Hey guys, I just got a tweet sent to me, and I don't know if it's actually true, but I know that it's true that other people have gotten raided over the last 2 years. People that were, I guess, supposedly engaged in this or involved in this January 6th incident. Let me know if you guys can still hear me. If you can't hear me, comment right away. Let me know if you can hear me. So, I just got a tweet about him being raided, Mike Lindell, my pillow guy. And I don't know if it's true. I'm just going to assume that it is, since other people have gotten raided, including Donald Trump himself, former president of the United States of America, raided by the FBI. As far as I know, Lauren Boebert has gotten raided as well. President Trump's former attorney. Also, what was his name again? The other guy, Cohen, right? He was raided at some point, and then apparently reached some kind of deal with whoever. And so a lot of people have gotten raided recently, right? And I mean, I would think that if people are going to get raided, they would all kind of get raided at the same time. Right? There was another attorney that was getting out of his car and he got raided. I forget what his name was. But everyone would kind of be raided at the same time. And, one person that hasn't gotten raided, that has been directly involved, I mean, with all kinds of evidence out there, is Marjorie Taylor Greene. Don't you wonder why she's never gotten raided? And by this time, even if she were to get raided, I mean, I would think by now she would be expecting to get raided. Wouldn't you? It's been a while. It's been a year and a half, 2 years, a year and a half. And, I mean, I would think someone like her would get raided before President Trump, you know? I don't think that she's ever been raided. Isn't it weird? But anyway, and again, even if she were to get raided by now, she would be kind of expecting it, wouldn't you think? But because as far as I know, Lauren Boebert got raided a while back. She was one of the first ones to get raided. That's what I've been told. And then obviously recently, our great president, Donald Trump, raided Mar-a-Lago. But I haven't heard of anyone, I haven't heard of someone like Marjorie Taylor Greene getting raided. Have you guys? I'm just wondering, maybe correct me if I'm wrong. But anyway, I'm kind of stuck in traffic right now, so I decided to share my thoughts with you. And again, even if she were to get raided by now, I think she'd be expecting it, wouldn't you? So I'm just wondering what exactly is going on. And you know what I'm also wondering is, one of Marjorie's best friends by the name of Anthony Owedo admitted to being inside the Capitol. Like, there's a video on CNN of him confessing, basically expressing how he was next to Ashley Babbitt when she was shot. So I'm wondering, why isn't he either in jail like the rest of them are? And as far as I know, I mean, he's been, I guess, detained. Some people call it detained, some people call it arrested. Detained. But why isn't he in jail with the rest of them? Why? Because he bought some fake press pass and registered some company to call himself a reporter? Because they're not really reporters. They started making videos after I did. They grabbed the phone one day and started making Facebook videos, and then they call themselves reporters. But does that give you a free pass to do whatever you want and get away with something that other people are in jail for, and that have been in jail for over a year? That doesn't make any sense to me. So anyway, and he just happens to be Marjorie's very, very close associate, and he's not in jail. I don't think he's been in jail. I don't know. Maybe I could be wrong, but as far as I know, I've never seen him go to jail. And he's out there collecting tens of thousands of dollars at the border for continuing to show us how the border is open and how the people in Congress are doing nothing about it. Kind of convenient, isn't it? He's making money off of these borders being wide open, thousands and thousands of dollars of showing us the same thing over and over and over again, while the people in Congress are doing nothing about it. Nothing. I mean, nothing. I know that the Arizona governor was going to close those gaps. I don't know if he has already. I've been kind of away, kind of disappointed. Sorry, it's really dark in here. I've been kind of away, kind of disappointed with everything that's gone on over the last year and a half. Disappointed with both sides, to be honest with you. And so I've been kind of away, but I do obviously keep up with the news every day, and people send things to me. And I'm more of like, I live what's going on instead of read about it. I'm at the border. I see the migrants in real life in Tapachula, Mexico, or at the borders, right? So if you don't want to hear about it because it's not the truth that you want to hear, then well, that's fine, you know. But remember that the truth is not just what you want to hear. The truth is the truth. Facts are facts. And as far as I know, Marjorie Taylor Greene has never gotten raided by the FBI. And the fact is that her buddy, who told us on national television that he was next to Ashley Babbitt when she was shot inside the Capitol, as far as I know, has never been to jail, like the rest of the patriots that are in jail and whose lives have been destroyed. And then, as far as I know, he hasn't had any repercussions like the rest of the patriots that were in there fighting for what they believed was the right thing. So anyway, Mike Lindell raided. I'll read more about it when I get back. But I just got a tweet about it. I'm assuming it's true since some of you are commenting here. I'm assuming he did get raided. And, well, you know, it is expected, especially with everything that's been going on. So, anyway, I will talk to you soon. But yeah, I just got a tweet saying that Mike Lindell was raided by the FBI. Pillow guy, raided by the FBI. As you know, he's been very involved in opposing the 2020 election, and he's been very vocal. And there's a lot of things going on now also with groups like the Oath Keepers and their attorneys and other people that have been accused of being involved in planning the attack, I'm going to say quote unquote attack, on the Capitol on January 6th, 2021. So anyway, I pray for President Trump because I just hope that he knows who's around him. Sometimes, you know, I'm going to share a story with you guys real quick. There's very bad people. There's very bad people in Tijuana, right? Very bad people. They're everywhere, pretty much. Tijuana is a people filled with city filled with bad people. It's not something that you see in every other city, but Tijuana is one of those cities. I know a person that everybody knows is a bad person. Okay, everybody knows he's a bad person. He resides locally in Tijuana. And somehow people can't get away from him. Somehow, even though people have broken bones being around him, people have fallen being around him, people have gone to jail being around him. I mean, all kinds of things happen when you go around that person. And somehow, knowing that, somehow he's able to continue to attract the same people towards him, though they know how dangerous he is, because everybody that deals with him has some sort of tragedy, and somehow he continues to suck them back in. The devil works in mysterious ways. That's all I'm going to tell you. And I just hope that President Trump knows what the hell is surrounding him, and that, because the guy that I'm telling you about, he sucks people back in with money, right? Somehow he offers, but I mean, how much money is your arm worth, you know? How much money is your life worth? How much money is your family worth? I mean, can this guy really give you enough money where knowing that he's bad news, knowing that he's dangerous, is that enough to suck you back in? Well, somehow he does, and it's not a lot of money. You know, I'm talking about, you know, $50, $100. It's really not that much. And somehow he's able to suck these people back in, the same people who claim he has destroyed their life in the past. So I just hope that President Trump knows what the hell is surrounding him, who the hell are these snakes around him, and I gotta tell you, I'm anything but a jealous person, okay? Especially when it comes to anything. I'm not a jealous person at all. I've had a great life, so I don't really know what that feeling is of being jealous. You know, maybe when I see a really hot, you know, fitness model or something, or maybe then I'll feel a little bit of jealousy. Other than that, not really. You know, I'm not a jealous person. I don't envy anybody with anything, not success, not money, not anything, because envy is just not a feeling that is really common in me, or very, you know, very. It's not a feeling that I've ever felt. Whenever I see someone doing really well, I feel I get inspired by them. That's why I followed Donald Trump for years, for almost 2 decades. But when I call somebody out and people tell me you're jealous, no, guys, I have a pretty strong sixth sense. And when people don't make sense to me, when people give me a bad vibe, when something doesn't resonate with me, it's for a reason, okay? And when things just don't make sense to me, as far as people's attitudes and as far as just different things, it has nothing to do with jealousy. It has to do with the fact that I'm pretty aware of people around me, and something about these people is just not right to me. And I just hope that I'm wrong, and that they don't end up hurting President Trump in the long run, because they're good fundraisers, or because they're good clowns to have around, good show dogs to have around, and that seem convenient and somehow beneficial, but in the end end up being a huge threat or deficit, or whatever you want to call it, okay? That they end up doing more damage than benefit. Because President Trump is a really good person, and everybody gets sucked in different ways. Good souls sometimes get sucked in easily, and President Trump is one of those good souls. That's why, regardless of whatever people have said, regardless of so much slander, regardless of a lot of things that have happened, I've always backed him, because I just feel he's honest, and he has a good soul. You know, I mean, I understand that there's a lot of things that people don't agree with, but in the end, it's all about, it's a spiritual war, good and evil, and I think he's on the good side. But the people around him, some of them, as much as they claim to be Christians, as much as they bullshit all of us all day long and send out emails and tell you how Christian they are, people can tell you whatever they want, but a Christian doesn't lie. A Christian doesn't deceive thousands of people to get somewhere. I can read through them. You know, I've read through them for years. This is nothing new. And I just hope that President Trump is not surrounded by a bunch of freaking snakes that will end up hurting, that will end up causing more damage than any good. Because I can tell you something, that no matter how good people are at fundraising or running their mouths for attention, or, you know, creating content for attention, in the end, if that's going to be the downfall of President Trump, is it really worth it? Probably not. So anyway, I think some of you know what I'm talking about, some of you may not, but I know that I've seen the people around him be absolute snakes, and not just recently. This isn't anything new. I've seen it for years. I've called it out for years, and even then I knew it was dangerous. But even now, now even more so. I didn't realize how easy it was to get into politics in America. As I've told you in the past, I come from a country where getting into politics is a generational thing. You're not just going to get into politics from one day to the next. You're not going to have a 2-person rally and then go get a PPP loan and suddenly be in Congress. It's just not going to happen that way. You're going to have to know a lot of people in government. You're going to have a lot of people behind you. It's going to take you years. Normally, it's passed on from generation to generation, which is not good. But I didn't, even 4 years ago, I knew these people were dangerous. And now that I know how easy it is to get into politics, now that I know how you can go from the bar to the Capitol, I realize even how much more dangerous it really is. And those are the people that are surrounding President Trump. And those people could be huge, huge, huge threats to America, because we already have the Democrats, you know. And so if these are the people that are supposed to be fighting the Democrats, for all you know, they're sleeping with the Democrats. Okay, thank you so much. Bye, guys.